Hello, my name is Chance Blackburn, and I'm making the speech for Speech 100, actually, lower level class for college. My speech is going to be on celebrity humanitarianism, and this should be on YouTube. Hopefully, it uploads really easily. I'd like to start off by defining celebrity. Celebrity is a person who's in the limelight, who makes money off of entertaining other people. And so I guess super celebrity would be that the person is held up to a certain scale to where everything about them is watched. Everyone looks up to them for a reason. And celebrities don't always use that in the right way, I like to think. Some people, use it for drugs, for bad stuff, just to take advantage of people. I believe, though, that some celebrities actually use that for good things, to help people and to raise money, and that's what this whole speech is about. I actually like to start by talking about a few celebrity actors, starting with Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, mostly Brad Pitt on this one. He's famous because he makes movies. I'm sure people have heard of some. Maybe Fight Club was actually one of my favorites that he made. But he's also famous for Family with Angelina Jolie and his children, who are all adopted except for, is it two? One? Yeah, two babies. Well, actually, he started by Hurricane Katrina. Actually, inspired him to be a humanitarian. He was looking around and he saw that all these houses were torn down, and he was like, I need to do something about it. And he started with a bunch of friends to plan on how to build houses. It's called, and it blossomed into the Make It Right Foundation. By now, actually, they've made over 150 houses for those people from Hurricane Katrina. He's also made the Maddox Jolie Pitt Foundation, which is Maddox is one of their children. And it's made for the Cardamom Mountains in Cambodia. It's used to pretty much protect those and to help re-irrigate it, because there's some bad stuff going on over there right now. As good as Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt might use their power, there are also others who use it not so well. I like to talk about Robert Downey Jr. now. Robert Downey Jr., when he was actually born into acting. His dad was an actor, and he got into it when he was 5. But as he was raised, he wasn't necessarily a good person. He had a few movies, but he got arrested for drugs real bad. Heroin, cocaine. Actually, at one point, he was found with those drugs sitting next to him and a empty revolver in his hand, where he didn't go to prison, but he got paroled for 3 years, but broke that parole, went to prison for 6 months, got out. 18 months later, he got sent back into prison for 3 years. He got out after that, and now he's actually a functioning member of society. He made one of my favorite movies, Iron Man, and Iron Man 2, heck yeah. He also is part of a Close Off Our Backs Foundation, where celebrities actually auction off their possessions and raise money for children, and actually gives those possessions to children sometimes too for free. We've talked about a few celebrities, but I now like to talk about musicians, because they seem to be a little more prominent in the humanitarian field for using their celebrity for good things. I'd first like to talk about Alicia Keys. She is they hail her as one of the greatest songwriters, singers of her time. She has 11 Grammys, which it's not done every day, honestly. She started her humanitarian efforts by going to Africa off of her first album, and she was going to perform there, and she saw just the plight of all the children, and it was terrible, terrible for them. And so she started the Keep a Child Alive Foundation, where she actually has people text and give her, and every text is $5 to her organization, Keep a Child Alive. And actually, she went on to American Idol and had just one of those little African boys just kind of break dance and sing, and she got 100,000 calls. So if you use some simple math, pretty much put the 5 at the front, that's $500,000 just in 5 minutes. And she just keeps making money as it goes. She also had a great idea called Digital Death, which is where actually she had a bunch of celebrities come together, and all of them claimed digital death. What they did was they stopped tweeting, they stopped Facebooking, everything. and they wouldn't appear in any kind of video or mechanical or anything until they raised $1 million for children. 1 million, and they did it pretty quickly too. Within, I think, 2 months, they actually raised all of that. The last person I'd like to talk about is his name is Paul David Hewson, or Bono. Bono has been hailed as one of the most humanitarian celebrities ever, honestly. And he's actually made a few organizations. They're Red, one, which is, well, actually he's more prominent for Africa, where he had a huge performance by a bunch of celebrities just to raise money to bring them out of debt, and he did it too. He cleansed a lot of the debt in Africa, and his one organization has over 2 million members. If I don't know what humanitarian was, I think that Bono would be the forefront. He's actually been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize 3 times, and he was knighted in 2007 by Queen Elizabeth. He's now Sir Bono. But I guess hopefully I painted a good enough picture for you to see that some celebrities can be really good humanitarians. And hopefully you might look up, maybe Keep a Child Alive, maybe donate some money, the One Foundation, maybe even join. Hopefully I learned just something a little bit right now. Not proper speech, but I think it's funny. So I'd like to bid you all adieu and have a nice day.